Yo, Lulu.
Excuse me, bitch, I was running on my back. Money on my shoulder, put designer on my ass. This shit too nice, but it's fucking up my head. So I be getting high, but I ain't popping fuckers in.
If you're not trying to be scared, then you clicked on the wrong damn video. You already know what time it is, bro. It's Bizarre Bub. What it do? It's your Uncle Lou. And I'm going to introduce you to Bizarre Bub Scary Comp V109. Now, you already know what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to waste no more of your time. Just make sure you do what you got to do, because it's your Uncle Lou.
On November 14 of 2025, a small family rents out an Airbnb for a few days, unaware that they would encounter something very unsettling while staying there. They had booked the place in advance for an upcoming wedding that was out of town, so staying here made sense. But one night, after coming back from walking their dog, this happens.
We were just out walking my dog, and when we came in, we heard...
The fuck? The window not open? Your dog tripping.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the window was open. I'm not even gonna do all that. They're gonna stop moving after you close it, you dummy. Pussy clot! What the fuck? Yeah.
Get some help.
I would have been gone.
Bye.
What
Have
the
a beautiful
fuck?
time.
Are you serious?
Somehow, the leash on her dog's collar suddenly jolts up in a quick motion before wrapping itself around her dog. It just flings up as if someone had chucked it upwards, but clearly, no one is seen on the stairs to have done that, which is very odd considering that just moments ago, this was heard. Now, Sydney, who recorded this video, was just as baffled as the Airbnb host who received this video from her. But
That's an Airbnb. The Airbnb host knew that shit. Surprise, Cindy. The Airbnb host knew it. He knew it, but he decided to put you through it, Sydney. He don't give a fuck.
wouldn't be the only video she sends, because the next day, while placing the leash on the stairs to see if it would jump again, this is captured.
Okay, so this is the leash.
That's kind of weird. Somebody said, have you tried just putting the leash there? How about put a knife there? See if it come flying at you.
There she goes again. I don't think the leash is gonna move, but she's definitely sensing something. Every single day.
Although the leash doesn't move this time, her dog goes ahead and does this. For
That's
some
a pretty
reason,
dog.
it's at the same time the leash is on the steps that her dog begins to search for something. But like before, nothing appears to be there. Sydney even checks the rug to see if anything on or under it was making her dog behave this way. But still, nothing. However, there's something in this video that's worth pointing out, and it's a detail that appears in other videos that Sydney recorded of her dog. Watch closely.
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog with these stairs. So here's another clip that I got of her doing it, walk over and see her, and she was so locked into this.
Now, if you didn't notice, in each video, Sydney's dog is always around a certain area of the stairs.
Yeah.
It's always the middle or lower half of the steps, but never the top. If it wasn't for this detail, Sydney would not have realized this.
There's something behind her?
I think I figured out why my dog
Oh my gosh, there's something under that carpet, bro. Oh my gosh.
is always hanging out right here. So I just found
You could go back there,
door
right?
back here.
You just found? Is that what she said? It's at the fucking front door. What are you talking about? No. You didn't just find that.
Use your common sense.
That door's always been there. Like,
I just found door back here. So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I tried to check, but
I wouldn't even want to go back there.
Obviously, it's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up. Yeah, I don't think that it's what's on the stairs, like what I initially thought. I think it's what's below.
And you see me, I'm so paranoid that like she went and actually sent some of these videos to the Airbnb host. You get what I'm trying to say? So I wouldn't even be doing that because it's like they got a whole door there and stuff. Like, oh fuck, what are they hiding? You know, that's what I'll be thinking. Like, they must know what's going on here.
Considering that the space is on the ground,
It could be a
explains
person
why her
in there.
dog is never seen on top. She seems to be sensing something that's in this room. But the question is, what exactly is she sensing? Wanting to find out, Sydney and her sister probe around the space to see what it might be that's inside. But during this moment, while recording, they capture this.
They're crazy. I wouldn't even want to know.
Switch.
I would have left.
You guys can see their light is on right there.
Somebody's in there.
I wonder if
It'd be crazy if the door opens. What is she doing? What if they take her phone? Holy fuck.
Maybe there's something right behind the door.
I held my breath.
Almost immediately after Sydney pulls out her phone, the doorknob suddenly turns. Although no one was seen on the other side, the door handle moves as if held from the other end. Now Sydney was under the impression that a person had turned the knob, so they reach out to the Airbnb host and ask if anyone else is renting the place.
sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb, and hold on, let me turn asking like, hey, is there someone else renting it out as well as us or what? Because basically he was like, no, you guys are the only ones that are in the Airbnb right now, like booked out for the week.
After finding out that no one else is inside, Sydney concludes that what happened that night wasn't a case of someone co-renting the house, but rather another paranormal occurrence. To her, this is much preferable over having a stranger inside the house. But despite being at ease now, knowing that it's not a person, the doorknob incident still baffles her. This is so, especially given that it still moves now and then.
Yeah.
Y'all got kids there too? Y'all playing.
Okay, every time we've knocked before, this doorknob would turn a little bit.
What do these bitches want? What do these bitches possibly want? Like, that's what the demon's probably sitting there thinking. What do these bitches probably want? They keep bothering me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that tickled me, man. I'm childish. You just see a face like, just put it under there. Just, yeah, and then knock. They play so much. What the
As it turns
fuck?
out, this room was actually a basement. Out of nowhere, the phone gets yanked inside before tumbling down the steps and landing on its face. But it's before it tumbles that something weird happens. If you didn't notice, the phone moves on its own again before falling down. But of course, this
Bro, fuck my phone. Fuck my phone. After that, what I need a phone for? Having a phone don't seem that important to me. What if you were the only person there? Oh my gosh. That's why I wouldn't be an Airbnb host. Motherfuckers be too nosy. Like, I'm telling you, the host knew that there was a ghost. They just not saying nothing. But now they like, fuck, man. Then they gotta pull up there the next day. Type shit, bro. Fuck.
strangest part is when the phone somehow lifts itself.
That's actually crazy.
Neither Sydney nor the Airbnb host could explain this. It just rises up before falling back with no footsteps around to suggest that someone was there. It's no wonder why many see this as being paranormal. To Sydney and her sister, that's exactly the case. Whatever had been inside did not seem to like their intrusion. From the leash moving on its own to the phone being pulled inside, it currently remains unknown as to what exactly occurred here. But as with all videos, you be the judge on whether or not something supernatural took place. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
What could these bitches really want? Leave me alone. Give me that
Now,
phone.
the following video was recorded by a grandmother who lives alone with her dog and 2 cats. However, it appears that her pets aren't the only ones keeping her company, because according to her, there's something in her house that won't leave her alone.
В зеркале
Leave them
было
alone.
отражение чего-то не очень непонятного. На видео. Я вам всем докажу. Я вам...
According to Polina, last night she recorded a video of something that appeared in her bedroom. It showed up in the same spot where it often appears, around the mirror. She's been trying to get it on camera as her family believes it's nothing. They believe it's her old age that's making her see things. But after watching this video, they're not so sure now if that's the case. Take a look.
And that's what would frighten me. Hold on. That would dead ass frighten me about getting older. Like, you genuinely start seeing some shit. And like, people are like, oh, that's just Papa being fucking crazy. Like, no, help me. The fuck? There's something in my bedroom watching me as I sleep. Don't ignore me, motherfucker. Like, do something. Call a priest. I don't know. Let's just get it to stop.
Stop it.
You know, like, this shit is too much. I couldn't, oh man, I want to get old, but damn.
Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи отсюда. Уходи из моего дома. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь.
I ain't gonna lie, this is some Alzheimer's shit.
Уходи отсюда.
The lighting is beautiful though.
Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь.
Nah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would have fell to my knees.
Уходи. Уходи, я сказала. Уходи отсюда. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь.
So then why are you leaving?
After Polina realizes that what she'd seen wasn't there, she catches sight of this, a dangling ornament beneath the lamp, moving on its own.
Now, why would she go and put her fucking anal beads on the lamp as decoration? Like, why would you go put your anal beads on your lamp as decoration, ma'am?
Listen, please don't embarrass me.
Like, I'm just saying, that shit is fucking disgusting. Like, stop that shit.
However, it wasn't just swaying back and forth as one would expect. It was curving upwards in a strange manner that neither a draft or wind current could cause.
Pause.
Now, whatever happened that night is something that remains uncertain. In either case, whether paranormal or not, just seeing this out of nowhere is unsettling. But one night, Polina decides to record again because apparently she saw the same figure hiding inside her fireplace. Take a look.
She could be seeing something though, but it's not like, I don't want to neglect what she's saying. Do we get to see it? I see a foot.
Like something out of a nightmare, what looks like a head suddenly appears in the fireplace, and the freakiest part is that it shows itself right when Polina starts to get close. It's as if whatever this was had realized she was approaching. Understandably, she was freaked out by this, but more so after going back to the space and seeing the fireplace completely empty now. Like before, what she saw initially is now gone. Now currently, no new videos have been shared by Polina, whether supernatural or something else. These two clips are without a doubt pretty terrifying.
I ain't gonna lie. That first video was crazy. That first video was
Now
crazy.
the following video comes from a young mother named Akina,
Wow.
and ever since having her first child, she's been
Adorable.
posting numerous videos of her baby boy. It's her first child, so it makes sense that she would want to capture every moment involving her son Ponko. From the time he was born to the moment he got his first playpen, Akina has been sharing lots of memories involving Ponko on her page. However, not every moment has been shared online, and for good reason. On January 29th of 2024, at around 2:30 in the morning, Akina was dead asleep when she suddenly woke up to something in her bedroom. Thankfully, little Ponko was unaware of what was happening because during this moment, something pretty frightening happened.
Is
The
it
following
pulling her?
is what was caught. Take a look.
Something pulling her, I think. Nah, the door. What the fuck? Somebody's there? Where the mama at? He just being a baby too, like. As long as the baby cool, I'm not tripping. Just don't take his bottle. She ran in there screaming, or what happened? What the fuck was that? You scary bitch. No, what kind of shit was that? What the fuck? I'm not even gonna lie, bro. That's such a fire setup for Jit. I think she the mama watching the TV, but he got his own little, you know what I'm saying? Put my little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on, mama.
Listen,
Go
please
ahead.
please.
Go ahead, mama. Put my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on. I would have had a great time. I'm telling you. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, some Dragon Ball Z. Oh my gosh.
It's no wonder why Akina didn't want to share this video initially. Now, besides the fact that the door opens and closes all by itself, there's something Akina mentions that makes this whole video even more terrifying. According to her, at this moment, she had seen a figure standing at the doorway which looked a lot like her husband. But the weird part about this is that her husband had not come home from work yet. It was only a few hours before he came back, but strangely, to Akina, he was there, just staring at her from a distance. Now clearly, no one is there. However, if you listen closely to the audio, you can hear Akina's security alarm going off as though someone entered the house. It's for this reason she leaves the room to turn it off and to chase her husband, who was walking away at this point. But it's from this moment that things start to get creepier, because not long after, Akina acts strange. From standing motionless at the door to quickly coming in and sitting down in a rigid manner, it's almost as if Akina was someone else. But as it turns out, she was just scared, because after heading downstairs to see where her husband had gone, she saw that all the lights were still off and the door still locked. Her husband, as it seems, was not home yet. Freaked out, she heads back up and sits down while trying to figure out what just happened. If he wasn't home, then who was? She continues to replay this moment in her head despite occurring a while ago, but until it's figured out what happened, she'll continue to keep this video up on her page while sharing more videos of her son. For now, this occurrence remains a mystery.
You low-key gotta let shit like that go. Like, there's even things in my life that I sit back and I ponder on, but it's like, bro, that shit's not gonna serve you. Even how crazy this is, bro. Like, I told y'all, I believe in ghosts because I seen one with my own eyes. So it's like, I can't overly think about it though, you know?
In this next video, a mother had recently shared a clip that freaked her out after noticing what was in it. One day, while looking at her security cameras, Adrian Dakota notices something inside her living room, but more specifically, around her child's playpen. She wasn't sure as to what she was seeing, so she zooms in and replays the video to check. It goes without saying, but what she saw continues to keep her up at night. Now, it's important to note that before this incident, Adrian had already been documenting strange things around her house, and for some reason, these occurrences had something to do with her children's toys.
Just take the batteries out. Damn, she got the fucking, she got the mouse couture. I didn't even know you could get a mouse couture. She got the whole fucking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme.
It might be easy to write this off as being just a glitch or a toy that's starting to malfunction. But what's strange is that this was happening day after day, one toy turning on after another. And that's without mentioning that during this time, Adrian's daughter had an imaginary friend who she said was very tall. Now keep this imaginary friend in mind, because this detail becomes important much later in the video she recently posted. The reason why she was so freaked out by the toys turning on was because prior to this, her daughter kept mentioning this imaginary friend. And apparently, this so-called friend would show up in places where her daughter said it was, usually inside the house near the toys. Adrian was so frightened by this, but more so by this video, because according to her, while taking care of her second child in another room, something terrifying appears in her living room. This is what she caught.
Taxes? She caught taxes in her living room? She got 2 dogs. Oh, I thought that was her. Nigga, I thought that was her.
To Adrian, it appears that someone or something peeks out from behind her baby's playpen. Thankfully, her child wasn't in there during this moment. But strangely, even though no baby was occupying it,
I thought somebody was napping on the couch. I thought she got like woken up from the nap in her 2 dogs. That's actually
the figure itself looks like one. Whether it's just pareidolia or not, it's obvious that something is there. Considering that a bowl just fell off the shelf with no apparent cause, Adrian can't help but wonder if whatever this was had been responsible for the other occurrences before. It is strange how each occurrence involves one of her children's things. Whether it's their toys or their small play enclosure, something unexplainable happens around.
So what you're saying is don't have a baby. Got you. Like, I got you. That's all you got to say, bro.
This, of course, brings up the question, could this have been the supposed imaginary friend her daughter had previously mentioned? Or might this be something else entirely? Currently, and unfortunately, there has yet to be a definitive answer to this question. Now, the following video was submitted to me by Ariane B, who writes that she took this video during a school field trip to the Philippines. It was 2010 when she recorded this, so understandably, the quality isn't that good. But despite being filmed on a cheap cell phone, she was able to capture something pretty noticeable on camera. And of course, what she notices is pretty creepy. According to her, she was taking a tour of an old fortress where many soldiers had lost their lives. This fortress is known as Fort Mills, and the section of this fort that Ariane was touring is known as Battery Grubs, a section where both Filipino and American soldiers had sacrificed their lives while defending against invading forces in 1942. While touring Battery Grubs, Ariane captures this.
Of course. Something in the background. That could have. That literally was just 480p. That was a 144p. That was the homie 144. But it's all them people out there. That could be a person.
Now it's been 15 years since this video was taken, and Ariane hadn't realized what was captured until rewatching this footage recently. On the upper level of this barrack, there appears to be something moving, but it doesn't look like a tourist who was just wandering. Rather, it looks like a moving blurb that disappears in an instant. Now of course, given the camera's low quality, this might have just been a camera artifact, or in other words, a visual glitch. But it's worth noting that this only appears once throughout the entire video. Never again do we see anything like this afterward, suggesting that maybe this wasn't the camera acting up, but instead something that was actually there. As Ariane believes, this blurb was most likely the spirit of one of the soldiers who passed away during battle here. Perhaps this is them still living out the same scenario that played out during 1942, unaware that they're no longer alive. It's a sad thought, but nevertheless, this footage creeps out Ariane.
Bro, imagine visiting something like that at nighttime. Holy crap. That is terrifying. Something like that at night?
So then, just what exactly was caught on camera at this fort? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. Now, it's often the case that videos on the paranormal take place inside a home. It's usually the setting that makes small disturbances feel twice as scary, but the same can be said for any place where something that shouldn't occur happens. Such is the case in this next video, where a group of Philippine students had caught something on camera inside an empty restroom, but as you'll see, it definitely wasn't. Take a look.
Okay, somebody taking a shit.
Out of nowhere, the sound of a child crying emanates from inside the restroom. But the thing is, they're nowhere to be seen. The only thing that is seen are the empty stalls where just moments ago, the door to one of them began to open on its own. But even without seeing this, the voice alone is pretty unnerving. It's enough to make anyone just run away. Now, very little info is available on this clip, but what was captured is just one instance of something supernatural that occurred here. This school is said to be haunted. So then, was a ghost caught on camera, or had something else been captured? Thanks for watching.
Bruh, that is actually crazy. Shout out to Bub. Y'all know how I feel about Bub. Bub was always the first ever reaction that we ever did on this channel. So it's kind of crazy that he's still going and we still doing this thing over a year later. But I appreciate y'all, man. Tapping into this one. Catch you in the next one. Deuce, nephew.
Good gas in the lean just to put me to sleep. My bitch, she a door, so she love when I'm geek. Wild and out, how I be conceited. DJ D-Rec, how I cut to the beat.